Hello everyone, for this video I will tell you something interesting about narrative text. First, the definition of narrative text. Narrative text is a story with complication and problematic events, and it tries to find the resolution to solve the problem. An important part of narrative text is the narrative mode, the set of methods used to communicate the narrative through a process narration. General structure of narrative text. First, orientation. In Indonesian, orientation means introduction. So, in the early paragraph of narrative text, it usually contains the introduction of the character and the setting involved in the story. In this case, the setting can be the scene as well as the time of the story. 2. Complication. This section will begin to enter into paragraphs that tell about the beginning of the problem of an event or incident. Here's the structure in the complication. Problem, conflict, climax, anticlimax, and solution. Resolution. Resolution is the end of the story or the conclusion of the story. This paragraph can be a further explanation or solution. In this section, the writer can also describe whether of narrative text will end in a sad ending or happy ending. Reorientation. Actually, this one structure is not required in narrative text. However, generally, the sentence in this paragraph will tell you about the final condition of the character in the story, or it can also contain lesson and moral message that can be taken by the reader to be implemented in real life. Various of narrative texts. First, fairy tales. 2. Folk tale. 3. Legends. 4. Myths. 5. Science fiction. 6. Romance. 7. Horror stories. 8. Fables. 9. History. And 10 is slice of life. Element or rules of language narrative text. Did you know the tenses used to tell about the past? Well, because it is closely related to story or stories in the past. The tenses most commonly used in narrative text are the past tense with change in the form of the verb to verb to. 2. Action verbs. Action verbs are commonly used in narrative text to tell the chronologically what events and activities are carried out by the character in the story. 3. Saying and thinking verb. Meanwhile, thinking verbs are verbs that function to inform the reader about what the character thinks about the events in the story. An example of verb is through. Conjunction of time. Conjunction of time is a conjunction in English to show adverbs of time. Examples are before, after, as soon as, until, till, and many more. 5 is adjective. These adjectives serve to describe or explain the specific character of each character mentioned in the story. For example, Aladdin is a poor man, Cinderella is a beautiful girl. 6. Noun. 6. Nouns. Furthermore, in narrative text we will often find nouns as a pronouns for certain people, animals, or things. For example, there is a narrative text that tells about Queen Elizabeth or about King William. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.